Hello, continuing our story, Poppy and Rye by Avi. Today is chapter 10, Aerith Has Some Thoughts. Hunched on his perch in the cottonwood tree, Aerith stared gloomily at the falling rain. Lightning crackled overhead. Thunder rumbled. The world had become gray and sodden. "I hate water," Aerith proclaimed to nobody in particular. "In fact," he muttered, "I hate everything." Again and again he wished he were back home in his smelly log in dim wood forest. It was dry there, it was quiet. He was alone. Nothing, no one bothered him. Whatever made me come here?" he kept asking himself. "Poppy did. She forced me to come. Mouse frickets, oh," he muttered. "Double mouse frickets, quadruple mouse frickets." From directly over his head, a pool of water that had collected in the fold of a leaf fell on his face. "That's enough!" Aerith shouted with a furious shake of his head. "I'm going home!" Snarling and hissing, he scrambled down the tree. Once on the soggy ground, he paused. The storm appeared to be growing worse. The rain was falling harder and faster. If he went, he would get soaked. Then a wind shook the tree, causing a cascade of water to plop on his head. He moaned. If he stayed, he would get soaked. Where was that foolish mouse? Why did he ever bother with her? If I go, it'll teach her a lesson. If I teach her a lesson, she'll get upset with me," he told himself. "If she gets upset, she'll scold me. Then I'll feel bad. Why should I care? She's just a friend. No," he corrected himself. "I have no friends. I don't want any friends. Poppy's just an acquaintance, a passerby. Poppy!" he bellowed. "Where are you? Why don't you come back? I need..." He bit off the rest of his sentence. "Spider spit!" he swore out loud. "Sticky, slimy, sloppy spider spit!" Furious, he jumped out from under the tree only to sink knee-deep in mud. Complaining bitterly, he shook his paws free. Maybe Poppy's coming now," he thought. "I'll meet her halfway. Make her hurry. Tell her to stop all this drivel about ragweed, he growled. "I hate ragweed." He tore down the path he had seen Poppy take. As he went, the rain came down harder. Water poured over his face. He felt like a decaying mushroom. Stupid storm!" he shouted. He peered down the path. There appeared to be nothing before him but water, mist, mud, and more mud. The porcupine shivered violently, making his quills rattle like a bag of old bones. Better go back to that tree and wait for her there," he decided. "It was a little drier there." He started off the way he had come, only to stop abruptly. This isn't right," he growled with rage. Spinning around, he lumbered in another direction, trying to catch the scent of his own tracks. It had vanished. The rain had washed it away. Lost, increasingly frustrated, Aerith galloped first this way, then that, in search of the cottonwood tree. "Duck drabble!" he shouted up at the clouds. "Dry up!" But the rain continued to fall. Utterly wretched, Aerith peered through the gloom until he saw a stand of trees that he thought would protect him. He ran forward. Reaching the trees was easy enough, but which tree should he climb? Confounded by his own anger, he rushed from one to another. The first was too small. The second was too thin. 7 trees later, he found one to his liking. The bark was rough, the foliage was thick. Frantic, Aerith clawed past the first layers of branches, the second and the third. This'll do," he muttered, moving toward a particularly large branch. He reached it and squatted down, trying to make as tight a ball of himself as possible. Even so, the rain pelted him. Stupid mouse," he mumbled. "No, she's not stupid. She's mean. What kind of friend would leave me in all this muck? She's abandoned me, left me, when I'm her real friend, her only friend, but no, All she thinks about is Ragweed, who's dead. As for me, she keeps telling me I'm old, he shouted. I'm not old. Don't I take care of her, help her, love? He stopped. Love, he muttered. I don't love Poppy. I hate Poppy, he shouted. I hate love! Bursting with rage, the porcupine scrambled down from his tree and began to gallop as fast as he could. Where he was running, he had no idea. No more than he knew if the water dripping from his cheeks was rain or something else. And that's the end of chapter 10.